Do you know, when we were on holiday, do you know what Ruth did? She water skied. Which
I was quite good at it, actually.
You want to saw her thighs vibrating. It was like being on a power plate, wasn't it? It was just...
Thank you.
Because I was in the boat behind taking the video off.
Which nobody's going to see,
going,
incidentally.
Everything was...
Yes, but who was doing it? Me.
You were doing it,
yes,
darling.
Thank
you were doing
very
it.
much. Anyway, what I didn't do on holiday was get horribly drunk and vomit in the street or have sex in the street. That's what we're talking about now. Because would you be happy if this was your child?
We like to sleep all day, party all night. This is how we like to live our life. I got a feeling everything is gonna be alright. So come on, come on, come on. We like to sleep all day, party all night. This is how we like to live our life. I got a feeling everything is gonna be alright. So come on, come on, come on.
You know, I must admit, Ruth and I get a lot of this correspondence in our Agony Aunt and Uncle column because you see, you read a lot of articles in newspapers and a lot of you will have seen it. British teens behaving badly. So we're asking, are our teens out of control on holiday?
Well, we've got journalist Piers Hernu. He believes the scenes you just saw there are just part of growing up, really. Except parenting expert Liz Fraser disagrees. She says the whole thing is disgusting. Welcome to you both. Piers, do you look at that and go, nothing I didn't do when I was a teenager?
Exactly what I think when I look at that. I mean, I didn't see much that was particularly wrong there. You know, obviously people go abroad and they're inclined to drink and they're inclined to overdo it, but this is, you know, part and parcel of sort of leaving the parental home. Going on holiday on your own for the first time is tremendously exciting.
So what, it's like a rite of passage?
It's certainly a rite of passage, and it's something that I think people should do. In a broader context, travel does broaden the mind, you know, and, you know, they may not be sort of visiting ancient Greek sort of sites and whatever. They may be going out and getting home at 8 in the morning.
Some of them are shameful. I mean, really
some of them
shameful.
are, Eamonn. You're absolutely right, but the vast majority, hundreds of thousands of young Brits go abroad, have a good time, come home, but it doesn't make the headlines because it doesn't. It's no good for a documentary. It's no good for a newspaper article.
I mean, you were a holiday rep in your time, weren't you? Is it worse now, or do we just see it more represented in the media?
Well,
was it as bad when you were a holiday rep?
I was a holiday rep twice for a magazine article, so for a week each time, and got to see exactly what went on. I don't think it's any worse now than it was then. You know, young Brits have always enjoyed that kind of holiday.
Good fun. He's just saying, bit of fun.
Nobody wants to stop people having fun. I do love the way that you sell going abroad and getting so drunk that you have to be hospitalised and end up smashing up local towns as you know, learning about foreign culture. This is not about stopping fun, OK? This is about, if you talk to foreign people about British people going abroad, they all say, oh my God, you guys are a nightmare abroad. That is the reputation that we have, and we have that reputation for a very good reason. And what's happened over the last sort of 20 years is that the age at which kids, and they are children, are going out and behaving not in a way that you're having fun and getting a bit drunk and having a laugh, which is a rite of passage and it is good fun and we all need to be allowed to do that. They're doing it to such excess. Local hospitals, local police can hardly keep up with the Brits abroad when they drink like this. So how are they getting to the point where their aspiration in life is no better than that, where the motive when going out is to get as drunk as possible? That's
actually sometimes the motive is more than that. And,
well, yeah,
you know, we will have had emails and letters from parents who are just saying, I despair for my son or my daughter. I don't know, should I stop them? Can I stop them going abroad at a certain age? And I suppose the answer is you can't. You've just got to hope that they respect themselves.
Absolutely. I mean, you mustn't stop them from going abroad and discovering the world and discovering themselves.
Yeah, but we're talking about
situations.
group sex here and things like that.
Well, I don't think there's a great deal of harm in what goes on sexually on holiday. I think it's very exciting. I've done it myself. I would do it again. Life is about creating a series of things, of memories, and going on your holidays are some of the best memories we have.
But we know that this is going on in public, so, you know, what people kind of do privately in their hotel room, but we're talking about people literally having sex in the street.
Well, that's unacceptable, but you will have local police forces and local councils deciding what they will and won't accept from British tourists, whilst accepting enormous amounts of money.
But
Well,
why
that's
do the
true, Liz.
children-
They are,
Sorry.
you know, they are in these countries, and the country's providing the booze, the bars.
They want,
you know,
they want,
the kids aren't
they
taking
want
the
us to
drink.
come over.
They are, but there are many towns now which sort of had enough of that, and they clamped down. They actually got
Well, they
British
can
police
do.
to go on, and they tried to move them on. I mean, the question, you know, you said,
They can
Eamonn, is
shut
that
the
right,
bars and do
respecting
everything.
yourself enough to do it? And we have a quite a scarily, quite a sad culture, actually, among young people in this country, where they don't respect themselves enough to want to do better
No,
than that.
that's not
that
true.
they don't want to say, do you know what, I would like to get drunk, maybe, or have a few drinks, but I don't want to get to the point of being paralytic, having my stomach
That's
pumped.
not true. We are a heavy drinking culture.
We are.
Something of a warrior nation, as the First and Second World Wars will testify to, and every other European country knows that we're a bit bonkers. We are.
Well, I don't
That's the
understand
British.
where
But
this,
is
that
an
relates to
excuse
what...
for some of the behaviour when
It's
we were
not an
reading
excuse
about
for some
people
of the
being
behaviour,
drunk
but-
and urinating outside a mosque.
That's
and
bad, you know. We accept that that's bad, but I will maintain that the vast majority of Brits abroad, whether they're young or old, are well behaved. They spend a lot of money, and they're welcomed by these cultures, which otherwise, without the British sort of tourist dollar, would not dollar but pound, would simply not
Well, we
be
have
able to
a
survive.
lot of parents watch this show. Also, a lot of teens. I know some of them who are supposed to be at university studying and aren't sometimes watching this. But let's go over to the hub, back to Matt, find out what you've got to say about this.
Right, we've got so many comments coming about this. Becca Henwood, I'm 19 and I wouldn't dare behave like that anyway, especially while abroad. How is that all part of growing up? And Holly May, you only live once. It's not an excuse for putting your life at risk, though. I went on holiday with friends as a teenager and didn't do any of these. Are today's teenagers some kind of in self-destruct mission? Interesting. Jez Owen, it's always been like that. The only difference is these days is we have more ways of reporting it, so it's highlighted a lot more. That's a very good point. The mods and rockers, anybody? Can you remember them? I do. It's not a new thing for some of the teens to be unruly anywhere. Now, Colette George says it's a rite of passage. Plus, all of your oldies got drunk when you were young. I'm sure of it. Time to take off your rose-tinted glasses. And anyway, I'm going to go to the Avatar wall now. This is exciting. You've just moved, but you're there. OK, hashtag TM Hub. Good hashtag, by the way. Isn't the whole reason of going on holiday to go wild? May as well do it while you're young. I think that's from... Talisa. No, he's from Victoria. See you later. Thank you.
See, maybe I'm odd, but it has no appeal to me. It never had appeal to me as a youngster to be in another room with 5 other smelly blokes and them all drinking and doing whatever else. But when we were on holiday and we were out on that boat that day, there was that party boat that came past at 10 o'clock in the morning.
But didn't it look fun?
Well, it stopped
did
you from
look
thinking
fun.
you were seasick. When
Yeah,
you were,
look, 'cause I heard the music.
Fun is good, and I go to things and there are people and we're all drinking and we're all having a really good time. That's great, that's great. It's the moment where it goes from that to complete destruction, not only of yourself and other people, but the local community and everything. And if you talk to foreign people, to Australians and New Zealanders and Canadians who come over here, and I was out in a club with a whole bunch of them recently, and they said to me, Liz, look at the girls in here. I wouldn't go near any of them if you paid me. Actually, I think they would have. But do you know what I mean? And they were just saying this is a unique thing to your country, that girls seem to think they dress like tarts, they get absolutely hammered.
And the consequences.
They sleep with everyone and
sexual
everything.
diseases,
Sexual
unwanted
diseases,
pregnancies,
blah, blah, blah.
arrests.
Yeah, come on, Piers. Can't we give them something more to aspire to than that? Go out, have a drink, have a great time, go abroad, have a party. But
Well,
you
can't
don't
suddenly-
need to vomit in the street by 7
Well, I've
o'clock
vomited
and-
in the street before.
Well,
I didn't intend to, but you know, I
I don't
probably had
want
a
to comment on whether I
drink,
have.
one drink too many, and you know, I probably, you know, not just on foreign territories, probably in this country as well. You can't just suddenly draw a line and say have fun, but don't go over the line.
Well, look, I've got to draw the line there and say not to go over it because we've got to hit the break. Really interested in hearing what you have to say, but ultimately it's what you have to say and will it affect or influence what you do.
Or whether
on
you let
holiday.
your teenagers go off on their own as well. Thank you both. Still to come, we've got Desperate Housewives star Terry Hatcher. Also, from Juicy Burgers to Chunky Chips, we've got the former MasterChef winner, that's Shalina Permaloo. She's here with her guide to
Permaloo?
perfect... Yeah,
Is that not a...
Permaloo.
It's not a toilet?
No.
Oh. What's her name?
Portaloo.
Oh, Portaloo. Oh, sorry.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry,
anyway.
Shalina. Anyway, Shalina is a new face to add to the team.
OK.
I'll smooth it over, don't you worry. She's here off
She'll
the
never
break.
have heard
She
that.
won't have heard that.
OK.
She's outside.